Well, it seems we're off and running with the quarterfinal of the Super League at the St. John's Curling Club with Mark Noseworthy's team taking on Nathan Young. It's the battle of youth and skill versus age and treachery. So we'll see what wins out. By the way, it's Glenn Goss here with you this evening. I'm hoping that Nicholas Codner can join me a little bit later on. He had a little bit late, running a little bit late, but we'll see. I don't think that's what Nathan had in mind. A little on the short side. And Mark is going to go again. I was lucky enough to play last night, and the ice was good. Like you got 4 feet of curl, inside, outside, real good. Well, they're working this hard. The line looks real good. Oh. And this is where Nathan's youth kicks in. You just start running guards, and these guys can throw it hard. It's amazing how good they can throw it with pace. There you go. So Mark knows where he has last rock. He's lying 2, drawn to lie 3. He's hoping to get a deuce. If he can get 2, that's what the plan was when he started. Score 2. No more than that, no less than that. Score 2. So I think what Nathan has been saying by playing the run back, he's going to try to throw a bunch of hits and hopefully make a double or 2 doubles and force Mark to 1. Well, they got to work on this to get it. No, just a little bit shy, but still, it's a corner guard, and Nathan has to deal with the 2 rocks that are in the rings. So he's going to try to throw it hard, I think is what he's calling for. Throw a peel. If he hits it just off the nose, he can roll under the yellow and kill the 2 yellows at the same time. So trying to get 2 shots in one here. And as I said earlier, these guys can throw it hard. Little on the thin side. And as you can see, removed everything. Mark is going to try to go around again and just keep forcing the issue. If he can sink one and get another miss, he's looking for a deuce. He's trying to play for 2. It's Mark Healy throwing. Mark is a renowned baseball player. He's a catcher. And if you know Mark and if you look at Mark, he's built like a catcher. He is close to the ground and strong as an ox. He's a great baseball player. Interesting. Is it on or no? I guess no. Nathan's going to draw open side now, try to force Mark to 1 and take the force or the blank and run. That'll do the job, I think. I don't think Mark can ignore it. He may decide to, but in the first end, I don't think he will. I think he'll just play for the blank. This was the sixth end. He may decide to go around the corner, but right now he's going to. This is pretty cagey. It's a veteran move. This, as opposed to hitting it, he's going to draw down to it, and if he can get anywhere within freeze range, you never know your luck in the big city. You might get a hit and stick, and all of a sudden he's drawn for two. So. Well, they seem satisfied with the speed, so he's not late, that's for sure. That does the job. That's fine. If he's 2 feet shorter, he's got a good freeze, but right now it appears as though the blank is still on, so he's happy enough with that. I think Nathan would like to hit this and roll to the V and Avalon. Would be nice. Make the blank a lot more difficult. But objective one is to make the hit. He's close. The V and Avalon? Oh, the A and Avalon. Okay, fair enough. That'll work. Well, with the rocks at the back of the rings, Mark is knows he's going to continue to try to make if he can freeze this on 3/4 of the rock on the center line side, it's going to be really hard to remove. Just been joined by Nicholas Codner, the third of the Canadian under-18 champions from a couple of weeks ago. And I was going to say probably one of the best players in the country, but now that you're here, I won't say that. Yeah, good.
Pretty good shot from Mark already, or first end?
Very good, yeah. He learned from his first one. That's really good. I don't think that can come out, Nick. I don't think he can get it out.
The way it's going to go, it's going to jam into the other blue, so...
Yeah.
He's taking it on, but... See this jamming pretty easily.
For me, it looks like a jam. But what do I know? I can't throw it that hard anyway. You can, but I can't.
He might be able to hit it thin enough that it just ricochets off the left side of it. I don't think they're fully frozen. He might be able to squeeze it out.
Well, he obviously thinks he can, so otherwise he wouldn't be doing this. I think he'd be playing just like a nose hit and be frozen to them and say, you worry about it. But he must feel he can get this out, so he might bounce it across the top. I don't know.
I think he's just throwing the nose hit. It doesn't seem like a lot of weight.
Okay, that's what he's doing. He's playing the nose hit.
Oh, it's taking off on him here.
Oh, it's really overcurling. Drop for two.
Maybe even
or hit for two. I don't know.
Is the top one in? This might be a double for three.
I don't think that's on, Nick. I don't. The way they played the end earlier, you were a little bit late joining us, but the way they played the end earlier, I don't think that was on. Mark is thinking now it's the first end. I'm after losing count to rocks. To
no,
be honest
we're on a. This is Alex's first.
Yeah, I've lost count. Yeah.
Still 3 rocks to come.
Yeah, right. You are.
Potential chance that 3 Avery makes a good one.
Well, if he makes a good one, I think you hit the back one and you give up 2. And
First hand, I would
suck it up and
imagine.
move on.
Probably the way to take it.
So now, while we're waiting here, you tell me now about the experience you had in Ottawa to going from a Newfoundland champion to a Canadian champion. Tell me about it.
I mean, it was obviously the greatest week of my life. I think it's pretty good way to sum it up. You were there firsthand to witness it. It was just one of those weeks we showed up, and I mean, the first game was pretty ugly, but after that, it was pretty dang good.
I think maybe the first game that we played was probably the best thing that happened to us because we sort of got a kick in the rear end.
Yeah.
And you guys got better and better and better. And the last 3 games I would have put you against anybody in the Briarfield. It was just incredible curling. And when somebody missed, the other guy picked them up every time, and it was just fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh, the ice was also great. It was easy ice to play on. I would say it was probably the best ice we've ever had for a national. So it was nice. It's nice to have that, and it doesn't take anything else in your mind. You're not thinking about throwing the rock differently because you're so confident in the way the ice is.
But it was the same ice for the guys you played against too. So you guys, guys had to be really good, and you were really good. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be part of, and I just sort of stayed out of the way and just watched you do your thing. It was pretty cool.
Bit of a miss there from Alex. Sorry, just kind of slid through.
It was a big miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed deuce there. You put that in the 8 foot anywhere.
Now it looks like a force.
Yep, good chance here. I'll point out too. It looks like we had a different lead here for Nathan Young tonight. Ryan McNeil Lamswood is here playing instead of Ben. I'm not sure if Ben had an exam or he's working.
And I don't know. Yeah.
Obviously, probably something school related, I would imagine. Not a bad guy to pick up, anyways.
No, good player. Really good player. We're lucky around here. Our curling community is rather small, but the upper echelon of that small group is really good.
Quality of players are extremely good.
We're lucky in that regard. Yep. So I think Mark or Alex is forced to draw for 1, is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, indeed he is. I think he's gonna play down to it anyways, just to make sure.
Well, that's what he did the first time. That didn't work out. So we'll see.
Obviously, Alex, I think that they're leaving. I heard 4:00 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, Alex is off to. That's good. That's a good point. Good segue. Alex is off to the Briar, throwing lead rocks with
Andrew Simmons.
Andrew Simmons at the Briar. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It is 30 years between.
I think it was 37.
37 maybe? Years.
I can't remember the exact number.
30 something. Yeah, between Briar appearances. That's pretty amazing.
Ooh, is he just gonna slide far enough?
I used it all.
1 yellow it is.
Never a doubt.
Good force. Good force.
Never a doubt. I'm glad you can join me tonight, Nick. It's been a wonderful year.
As indeed.
It has been fun, no question, and we get a chance to sit down now and critique other players as opposed to ourselves.
Critique the teams that beat us to be here.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Now's the chance to get them. Right. Get them while you can. How do I?
I would assume probably a center guard coming here from Mark.
I would think.
He likes to play rocks play, get messy. I don't mind.
Oh, he's 50 plus something, so he's not going to try to out-hit these young guys. He's going to try to outmaneuver them, I would think. He's not too happy with 1 in the first. He had a good opportunity for 2 in the first and got forced. So Mark, the way if I know Mark knows me, he's going to try to drag this out as long as he can. That's the objective. Make a game last as long as you can, and the longer it takes, the better chance he has. In his opinion, I don't think he's wrong.
Bit of a miss there. Just over curled a bit. Gonna
Yeah.
give Nathan a chance to throw corner guard here. Maybe go at him a bit. I believe the winner of this game plays Greg Smith in the semifinal.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think the 1-2 game was played a couple of nights ago. Simmons and Smith,
Simmons won that.
and Simmons won that. So Simmons goes to the final. The winner of this game plays Greg Smith, and the winner of that goes to the final against Simmons.
Yep. Ooh. Just stays out.
Mm.
That's going to be a hard guard to use, though, for Nathan.
It's going to have to be a bump as opposed to a go around.
Might even be able to split it and roll behind the yellow. Is it two?
It's interesting that Mark is going this way. My instinct would be go the other way, because if you happen to stick it half out, you can't roll under the blue guard. But he knows the ice obviously better on this side than he does the other side.
Yeah, he just drew this turn. Well, this one's getting close to the yellow.
That's real close.
Got lost it there on him a little bit for line.
Yeah, just a hair light. Here we go.
This is going to get messy now.
Yeah. Messy.
The ice has had a decent amount of curl in it since we came back from Ottawa. Actually, they sharpened the rocks after the tankard. And, the ice has been really good, so...
And you found it good to play on?
Yeah, it's nice to play on. It's not as fast. It's a little bit slower, which I think everyone kind of likes. You're not...
But there's movement inside, outside?
Oh, there's movement everywhere. I was out practicing today. Me and Simon and Braden were out today throwing, and it was pretty good, I got to say.
That's
It was
good.
nice. We just came down and throw some rocks, clear our minds out maybe a bit from last week.
Yeah, you've been a couple of weeks now, and
Yeah.
since you've really had a game that really mattered, and but you're right. The ice is good, and it's you can make shots on this ice, and for curling club ice, I'm telling you, this is
Some of the
best
best.
stuff in the country.
Yeah. This is going to be a great shot coming here from Ryan. That's a great shot.
Yeah,
Look at that. And Barry behind the yellow.
that's trouble. If you're yellow,
And Mark's going to play a run back here.
and that one over at 2:30 could be trouble at the end of the day.
Could be. Or it could be something Mark could use to come off
And
later
it
on
could
in.
be something good. Yeah, absolutely. That's coming from a guy who can throw it 90 miles an hour, as opposed to me who throws it 9 miles an hour.
Oh, this one's just over curling, I think. Oh, it's close. Oh,
Oh, what'd they get?
nothing.
They got nothing.
Staggered the yellows. That's unfortunate.
Oops.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I figured that Mark would have let Alex take a day off sweeping, considering he's going away tomorrow. But I guess
I guess not. Yeah,
guess not.
You're right. I guess with Alex being the young guy in the group, Mark is saying you're going to have to pay the price, guy.
yeah.
Yeah, so Alex is going off to the Briar with Andrew Simmons in a couple of days' time. Good on him. 37 years, 38 years apart. It's pretty cool.
They had an unbelievable finish to their tankers.
Oh, wonderful. They like Andrew made a shot for the ages in the semifinal. I think I
No,
can't remember what it
tiebreaker.
was. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tiebreaker against Nathan, and
Incredible shot he made.
extra and triple to keep
Yeah.
himself alive.
Yeah, and then it went on to win.
Went on to win the event. No one could stop him after that. Unfortunately, I was part of that, but
Well, I was going to bring that up.
fortunately, I was on the losing side of that. But been on the losing side a little bit here recently.
Yeah. No, but you've won a big one too.
Won the big one.
First
yeah.
time that our province has not only medaled in the under-18s nationally, but won the thing. It's
Yeah.
first time ever. It's pretty cool.
I think, funny enough, the closest guy to get close to medal is playing her tonight, Ryan McNeil-Amswood. His team came fourth, I think, in 2018 or something
Yep.
like that. They were also close to winning a medal.
Mark is just trying to figure out how to bunch these up, and
I think that's a pretty good shot,
it
honestly.
is. He's trying to bunch them up and make a double. There's no roll under, because you roll under, you jam it.
That was a pretty good shot there from Mark Healy. That's one guy every time I play against, man. He shoots the lights out.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
He's an athlete. He's
He doesn't like to miss.
no, and he's not one that you want to piss off, shall we? Yeah, he's an athlete. There's no question.
This one looks like it's gonna go right on by here.
Oh, wow! Who saw
Unfortunate.
that coming?
Mark being pretty. He's kind of all in here now.
He's all in. Yeah,
4 rocks to come each from
and
each
this
team.
is his strength. Nick,
Draw
he's,
game.
it is. It's the quiet stuff, the soft, and always has been. Mark is. He's been one of the most prolific players in the province for a long, long time. And this has always been his strength, is that soft touch, freeze, draw, tap, that sort of stuff. And so he'd like to get top 4 foot, maybe top button completely sunk, and see what happens.
Certainly know a few things about losing to this guy. Picked him a couple times.
You got a long time left yet, though.
Actually, we did get him back this year in men's league, so.
You did.
But he took us in Super League, so that's the one that counts the most. This one's got a lot of work to come, though.
But you're 17 and he's 65, so time's on your side.
For now, anyways.
Equal fair enough? No.
I think it is. I think it's second shot. It's pretty dang close.
Whoa.
Yeah, if Nathan's looking at that, I would imagine a second
I
shot.
guess it is. Yeah.
I think this this double peel might actually go right back into the yellow. Which could be trouble if you ever double stuff it and have 3
Yeah,
yellows in
agreed.
there. But I mean, yeah, an open hit, open draw the 4-foot, you're not
But
too
if
worried.
yellow is lying 2, would you not try to rip the 2 yellows?
I don't mind this call he's calling here. It's just I mean, like I said on Mark's last one, you're kind of all in now as it is. You just got to
you're
make
right.
right?
You're all in.
Whatever you call now, you got to make it. So regardless of what you call.
And in Nathan's defense, he's still going to have 6, 7, 8 feet to draw to if worse comes to worse. So
For sure. Most likely an open hit even. He wouldn't even have to draw. So
you're right. An openness, so it's not going to be a panic situation. I wouldn't think.
No. Sweeping this to curl. This looks real wide. Gonna roll the wrong way here.
Across the top.
Oh, he's barely touching it here.
Oops. That's not good.
Wow, that's the most unlucky
That's
shot you
not
could
good. Yeah.
you could do there. Well, that yellow certainly ain't going anywhere anytime
No.
soon.
So all of a sudden now your rings went from 7 feet to, well, who knows?
Mark can make a good one here now. He'll be in steel territory.
If he can go full top 4 under the stagger,
Nathan's probably gonna have to hit and roll off that one in the 8-foot.
yeah, to the 1 foot.
Yep. And then hope that Mark hits a miss and draw the button for 2.
Holy moly. How come that crap doesn't happen against me?
I'm thinking the same thing. We never got any of these breaks. we
Gee.
we had a tough season. I'd assume Nathan he'll probably play the double peel now if this is made pretty good.
I would think.
He's
First,
still
yeah.
got 3 rocks to come, so he's not in too much trouble yet. But I would just be a little bit worried probably.
Well, he's going to have to play against probably 2 or 3, but it's about opening up the rings to give himself a chance.
Found a straight spot here. This is the second time though. Hasn't curled up enough on him. This is gonna be
Yeah, that's
half
not-
open.
He might,
You can throw a bullet here now. And
yeah, he could, and get them all.
You might be able to unlock the back one anyways. Give yourself
Yep.
a chance. Throw
Or-
pretty.
Or
Yeah.
do you just hit and roll?
I think at this point now your bed's made. This is the only way you get 2 probably.
I think now he's just making sure he gets 1.
Not a whole lot of ice. Must be a little bit straighter on this side.
It looks like I think he's just playing for the 1. Well, you roll under, you get a chance for 2, but
Hmm.
you got to make sure you get your 1 now. Funny, we played last night on sheet one, and there was a couple of spots where it went really straight, and
Pretty good shot.
yeah, pretty good shot. It went really straight, and it was hard to figure out how to get around it, because if you go 6 inches outside the straight spot, it curls. 6 inches inside, it curls. So it was tough, but that's part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, you got to find the ridges, and
Yeah,
that was a big thing when we were actually up away in the Hunt Club. It was pretty spotty. I mean, the arena was, I would say, pretty damn near perfect. We
Really
didn't
good.
find any troubles there, but the curling club was
You
really
had to-
tough to play on.
you had to find your way.
Yeah. There was a lot of close games in the clubs for other teams that shouldn't have been so close.
Agreed.
And even some upset wins even, so.
Yeah, you're right. I think when I look back, the best shooters won in the arena, where we won. The best skips won in the curling club, where they figured it out before the other guy did.
Yeah, there was
And we sort of mucked our way through in the curling club just enough to get by. To be honest with you, we won some tough games in the curling club, but once we got in the arena, man, you were fun to watch.
the arena was fun to play on.
Mark was screaming.
Really close to the guard. I think they're
Hear him
gonna,
from here.
I think they're gonna get by though. Oh, he's by a mile almost.
Half a mile.
That's a great shot from Alex Smith.
Yeah.
My God,
Beauty.
perfect roll too.
Yeah, draw for one.
Oh, there's only Nathan's first yet.
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
If Nathan makes a good one here,
You could still get two. Yeah,
playing a perfect inning, you could still give up two.
you could, but like he could theoretically go to the tee line here, and Mark comes in off his own,
And he's in trouble. Yeah.
and you're in trouble. So you're
It's very
you're down to inches here.
very precise shot.
He is drawing, I assume.
Yes, he is. Yeah. With this ice, I can't imagine he's
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah.
From the other side of the sheet, it was almost edge of. They were edge of 4 for
No,
throwing the draws, and now they're right here in the 12 foot. So I think it's a little bit slanted. Curious to see now. We saw Sporty's curl here.
He should finish.
This one looks a little heavy. It's curling a lot though. It might poke out the other side.
It might be a little on the heavy side. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is heavy.
right to the house. Wow,
No, that's not close.
uncharacteristic,
Very,
uncharacteristic miss.
very much so.
Now
Very
the
much so.
pressure's on now. Now Mark's probably debating on if he should take the curly side or take the side they know.
You're right. He might take the same side that Nathan took, and if he comes up top 8 foot, Nathan's going to have to choose the other side.
Yeah.
Which
I feel like at that point Nathan might just hit the
he
and
might.
try to roll in.
But if Mark gets half under top 4,
Could be in a bit of trouble. Play
Yeah.
the straight side. It could be quicker since there's not as much curl.
well,
and
I think Mark and Alex Smith's team, they're satisfied right now to force. That's the objective
absolutely.
going in. Now, fingers crossed that you might steal one or two or whatever, but the objective is still the force. It's about maintaining control, and we've talked about that all year, like you and me and Simon. It's about controlling the game, and if that means it's going to take 2 hours, so be it. It's about being in control, and that's what Mark is trying to do here now. Control the game. If that means he gives up one, so be it. But it's control.
for sure. Name of the game.
It is.
This one looks really close.
A little heavy.
Pretty
Little
good.
heavy.
Just a little deep. Something for Nathan to look at though. I mean, he's
Yeah, it is.
throwing the same draw.
It is. It's in his eye. There's no question. He's drawn against 4. And you don't want to take ice to be too close to the guard because you don't want to rub that guard. So if you take more ice,
Yeah.
does it finish? We'll see.
Also got to take about 8 feet of weight off too. That's
It
that's the
does,
hard
yeah.
part here.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the hard part because you know you got the backing, but if you're heavy, it's not going to curl up
Yeah,
enough to get the backing.
and when he threw his first one, obviously it felt okay to him, and it was wrong. So now he's got to try to figure out what's right.
I got no doubt in my mind he'll be close.
I don't doubt that either.
This guy doesn't miss too many in a row.
Not these guys at this level.
No.
Like they're
Looks pretty good. Line's not a problem here.
no
That's it.
surprise.
Great shot from Nathan Young.
Yeah, well done.
Against 4.
Against 4, yeah. After missing the first one, pretty big, as Trump would say.
Pretty good center guard there from Ryan McNeil Lambswood. And Mark's just going to come around that instead of throwing a corner guard here. And maybe look for a blank and take hammer in the even ends here. It's a little bit light here from Sporty, I think. Not bad. I don't think this one has quite the weight they were looking for there. Throwing like a back line. This is more of like a draw weight, I think. Not an awful way to miss that, though. I mean, yellow's wide open now. Blue is under the center guard. Mark now just going to try to corner freeze this and choke off Nathan's open hit, essentially, and also give himself a good angle on the center line. I would say it's a pretty good result there for Nathan. Nathan can kind of, hit and flop under that yellow there and keep Mark at bay for a couple rocks and try to keep him busy. One's out there running a little wider, maybe a bit more weight than what Nathan was looking for here. Just gonna clip it and roll out. Oh, the yellow doesn't make it out of the rings. Opportunity now for Mark to sit 3 here. Back-to-back misses. That was a unfortunate result there for Team Noseworthy, and really had a good chance to capitalize there. And now Nathan has a draw to sit 2 undercover.
All right, we're back. I stepped away for a few minutes. What's happening? Anything going on or no?
3 misses in a row here.
Oops.
3 misses in a row. We had Nathan's team rolled out on a hit and didn't quite lose the rock they were hitting, and then Mark jammed it. And obviously they just came up short on another draw, so Mark's got a chance to get something back going again.
He's got 2 choices here. He's thinking freeze the back blue, but he's going to go with the freeze the back blue.
I don't mind this.
I don't mind it either. It's but if you make it real good, you might force the other guy to go around the middle, and
I think I'd be happy with that, honestly.
Yeah, and you may be right. You may well be right.
You make one good run back or double peel, or
but the way they're set up is not.
No, it's not a normal looking setup anyway.
It's not a good setup, I don't think.
Product of a couple misses.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're ugly, but points. Yeah, there's no pictures on the scorecard.
Absolutely. If he can get close to a freeze here, Nick, then Nathan may be forced to try to force Mark to 2.
This is a great weight. Just kind of lost the line on it a little bit here. They're not.
He's okay though, I think.
Enough to be shot rock.
Is he 2? I think he's 2.
I think he's just short of being 2. I think they're just 1. Yeah. I also like this from Nathan. I don't think he can hit, to be honest, because you're just giving Mark an easier shot.
You're right.
Yeah, Nathan just indicated that their second shot, so he's going to come right around the center guard. They might even be shot, sorry.
And you're right, they may be shot, the blue, yeah.
This is a lot of every shot's almost a key shot.
Yeah, it's somebody, like, they're both trying to get control of the game, and right now nobody has it. It's sort of going back and forth, and it's trying to get that 2-point lead, get control of the game, and then dictate what happens from there on in. And they're not cooperating with each other.
No, this is a great looking stone.
This looks pretty good. Got to finish hard though.
Oh wow, it just keeps going. It doesn't look that heavy on the screen, and then it's full back 8.
But if it finishes, that might do the trick.
Gives Mark a chance, though, if he makes a good one here.
It does, but the rings went from 11 feet down to about 5 feet, so it makes it more difficult. But you're right; it gives Mark a chance, no question. And the way the guards are lined up, there's no run back type of stuff that I can see anyway.
No, not unless you're. If you're making a run back, it's gonna be some sort of double run back.
Yeah.
So. Not ideal for Nathan. Seem to be running in a blue onto a yellow. So.
No, agreed.
Gotta go for line here. I think this one is. It must be light by there.
Yeah, they don't like the line by the sounds of it. He's by the top one, but
I don't think he's gonna get past the second one. Just wicks
you're
off.
right.
I mean, I would say almost perfect way.
Yeah, the weight was good. The line
Kind of bad.
wasn't good.
Yeah,
Kind of bad. Good way to put it.
kind of bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary to see all those yellows for Nathan, but at the same time, they're almost helping him.
Yeah, that's right. He's thinking to make the two yellows,
He might be able to make this triple.
and even if he makes the double on the two yellows and sticks it in the back, that might be okay.
Oh, someone's falling over on the sheet next to him. Nathan's coach Jeff playing next to him.
Well, that's Jeff next door.
Jeff next door. Someone took a tumble. I can't really tell who it is.
I don't say he wants you to say who it is.
No. It's almost a negative ice shot here from Nathan's team.
He's throwing it hard too, I would think.
Call it right out of his hand. It must be close.
Whoa.
That's a great shot if I ever seen one.
Oh, hit the back of it.
Oh, I thought the blue was gonna stick
Hit
around.
the back of it, yeah.
Shade thicker.
Just a hair thicker.
That was a great try.
I'm so close.
Yeah.
We played last night, just digress a little bit. We played last night against Jeff Thomas, as a matter of fact, and Nathan Young and Sam Follett played. Man, can they ever throw the friggin' thing hard?
I wouldn't say that's very fair. two of them playing last night.
No, they were good, dude. They can really throw it hard, man. It's well, and you're the same way. I don't know where you get the power, to be honest with you. But it's a different game than I grew up playing. Like, to be able to throw it the way you guys can, with the accuracy and move a lot of rocks. It's fun to watch.
Certainly two people you don't want to play against when they're playing together.
Oh, that's right.
Those are the type of players that beat you more times than you get them.
Mm. And they're good guys. They're really good people. That's the most important part.
Yeah, they're great. They're great to play against in a sportsmanship way, but hate losing them because they're so dang
They're
good.
too freaking good, yeah.
Yeah. Mark pulled the string on this one a
Did
bit.
he pull the string on this?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Bite my tongue every time I think the rocks are
Oh.
light.
No, he's okay. Okay.
Nathan can make a good one here now. Two
You
piece.
can make a good one here and cut the rings down to about 8 inches.
Nathan does have hammer, I believe. So
But the rings out, well, like
no,
where-
sorry. Alex Smith has hammer.
he does.
Keep getting confused with Mark not throwing last rock. All in the game. Skips first here.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Skips first.
Nathan makes a good one here now. I mean, a great force opportunity, but even
Absolutely.
a steal, I would think.
Well, force is the objective.
But he
Moving on the T line, force them to one. If you get lucky and steal one, so be it.
makes a good corner freeze. Alex might have to use the
And-
yellow that's in the top 12.
And he
foot.
may. Yeah, he may.
It looks pretty lined up to me. You hit a half rock or so and stick it right on there. I don't know if they would play it on his first, but
I don't-
definitely in his second.
Yeah, because you don't want to
You don't ever want to squirt your own out and lose a shooter.
give up more than one. Yeah.
Say this one looks a little heavy. The way it's running.
It's got room.
Yeah, it's just got too much weight here.
That's heavy, yeah.
Gonna join the ones in the back. Bit of a turn of events here.
That was full back 12. Wait.
Maybe
That's
the
6 feet too far.
ice is maybe a little quicker than
In that spot, maybe than he expected, yeah.
maybe like I said last time with the ice having more curl on one side. It's just A little quicker on the straighter side.
Yeah, because it's not traveling as far. You're right. Yeah.
Maybe they're just getting caught on
And
on
maybe
the
they get
speed,
caught.
or it could be just that early Super League draw where the ice just keeps getting faster and faster until it stops.
And you're right. That's a good point. The early draw here, the ice is always or has historically been faster, better, whatever way you want to put it. The late draw, which is 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever it might be, seems to break down faster
A lot
than
quicker,
it does
yeah.
early, and that could be what's going on here.
Just really fast.
It's a big shot for Alex.
I mean, make a good one here. I mean, potential 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would almost say guaranteed 2 if he makes a good one here. But like Nathan's here, this one's hanging out about 2 feet wider than Nathan's. It's not a good sign.
No. If it stops top 8 foot, he's heavy again.
It's heavier.
I think you might be right, Nick. I think you might have it called. There's a quick trench there.
Big opportunity now for a steal here. You put one in this pocket and it's
Oh,
world of hurt for Mark Noseworthy's team.
you could be 6 feet short there. You can't be a foot long.
Yeah. You can see Mark and Sam talking to each other there. I'm sure it's about
Oh, Sam is licking his
Speed,
lips, and
yeah.
Mark is biting his.
yeah. Good way to put it. One thing I do enjoy about playing both of these teams is it's not too competitive. Even though there's a lot on the line, it's just a game at the end of the
It's
day.
competitive, but and you're right.
You're having a bit of
It's,
fun while you're out
They're
there.
just good guys to be around, and absolutely, and they feel the same way about you guys. No doubt about that. It's a community, and we're lucky. Well, they like the speed of this one.
Certainly makes it a lot
The
easier.
line's a lot better than the last one.
This is a great shot.
Well, I think you're right, Nick. It's just a quick spot.
Just draw for 1, I believe.
He's trying to figure out how to get 2. I don't know if he can.
I think whatever he taps back, it's not going to make a
It's
difference.
going to jam. Yeah.
It's not going to be able to go far enough. Bit of a, I would almost say game saver there from Nathan. If you miss that, you go down 3. It's not looking great.
No, agreed. And now all of a sudden you're forced the other guy to 1.
And you got hammer in the even ends.
Yeah. So that looks pretty good.
It isn't made yet, though.
It's not made yet. Absolutely. But you made a good point earlier. It's probably a quick spot because you look at those 4 rocks at the back of the 4-foot. They were all draws. And all of them were a foot, 2 feet too far.
And no one's really come up too late.
No, that's right.
Line looks pretty good on this. Looks like it's got
No,
the
he's
speed.
fine. Yeah.
Sam
He's
follow
good.
puts
Can
his
he
hand
move it
near.
far enough or
Ooh,
no? Okay. 1 it is.
we got ourselves a game.
And both teams are probably happy with that now. Mark is satisfied they got 1, and Nathan's satisfied that they
Yeah.
forced them to 1.
Both teams kind of just not capitalizing on misses.
Yeah. So after 3, it's cat and mouse right now. Alex Smith is up 2-1 on Nathan Young. So I think we're here for the duration, Nick.
For now, we are. I would imagine this is gonna be a last rock game for sure.
I would think.
Most times, more than not, a lot of these Super League games are coming down to the wire.
And they do, particularly the last few games where you've got the top top teams in the group playing each other, they last a long time, and
Mm.
it's good entertainment. It's good stuff.
Indeed, we Team Perry we lost our tiebreaker to Nathan to be in this game on Last Rock.
We don't
so-
want to talk about that.
No, that was
We don't want.
that was only about 15 days ago.
Yeah.
It feels about 45 days ago. I honestly don't even remember most of the shots. It's been that long.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Wipe that from the memory and move on. And well, you're 17, 18 years old.
Well,
You got some time.
we flipped our record. I think last year we were 3 wins and 8 losses, and this year we were nine wins and 4 losses.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
Flipped our record. We were okay with that.
Absolutely. And when
He-
you got to that point, you wanted to keep going, which is a great thing. It's just continue to be competitive. It's fun to watch.
Got to keep the sponsors happy. They're footing the bill. We got to win some games.
You do, yes. So we're in what already. We've got one buried behind a center guard and playing a freeze. So here we go.
The one thing about Ryan's shot there, I mean, yes, it over curled maybe a quarter of a rock, but that's the straight side, so it's probably not going to be able to be taken out.
No, you're right. It's harder to get to. You're right.
From what we saw here in the second end, anyways. Now I know this, Mark's team can get a little more curl than a lot of these men's teams can.
Yeah, it's the old way of throwing it. Like I think a lot of the guys learned to throw on ice that was fairly straight, so you had to try to be a little bit soft to make it curl. Nowadays, you can't afford to do that because you can't control it. So it's you're right. Mark's team can probably make it curl more than Nathan's team, but you gotta be able to control it too.
Yeah.
So 6-1, half dozen other. It's pick your poison.
That's the hard part about playing on ice. That's so good too.
It is. It is. And when I watched you guys play in the arena in Ottawa, and it was just so fun to watch because you could make it go anywhere. It was really fun to watch.
It was. I found it was very forgiving. It wasn't.
Well, I don't know if forgiving is the right word. Don't cheat yourself. It's it allows you to be more aggressive than you probably would be in a curling club.
Oh, for
So
sure.
don't cheat yourself on that. It's not forgiving. It allows the sweepers to make shots that maybe they can't make in a curling club.
Yeah.
And you guys made a pile of them, and it was fun to watch. I had a great seat.
Sure, you were a little more stressed than we were.
Maybe at times.
I found that hard watching the Scotties this week.
Oh.
Not having control is
Yeah, not being part of it is tough.
I'd much rather be out there on the ice than watching it. I can tell you that.
I watched my wife Peg play in the finals against Colleen Jones in 2003 in Kitchener, and I said, Peg, I'm never doing this again.
Can't handle it.
I can't do this. This is painful.
I pity the parents that had to watch us in
Oh.
Ottawa. They must have been knots in their stomachs all week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not as much fun as you might think. More fun to play. But it was fun to watch you win, too, so that was an incredible treat.
Big relief.
Oh, it was a treat. Well, the best team won. No question. The best team won. And I had a good seat, and I'm biased, but the best team won, and that's a good thing.
That was a bit of a cheeky make from Nate Locke.
Free.
Sometimes you get a little lucky on those, and I don't think our scoreboard is working.
No, our scoreboard's probably not working, and you got
Not
the
sure.
blind leading the blind here, so
I'm not sure who. Not really sure.
no. It's technology. It's not my strength.
It's supposed to be mine, but I still wouldn't say I'm very
Okay,
good.
this is on you then.
Yeah. For those who are just joining, it is 2-1 for Alex Smith's team. Rolled out on a hit now. Nathan has another chance to make a come around. They've definitely been given opportunity to learn the draw weight. Sorry.
They have, yeah.
Sure, that'll be key as this game gets into the later ends.
There seems to be lots of movement, Nick. So there's
That's a-
nowhere you can't get to, which is good.
That was a great shot from Nate. It was
Yeah,
good
it's
good
good.
rebound after a bit of a fluky make.
Yeah.
Sure, he'll take that one. I mean, if you're Mark now, I think you're taking your freeze on and trying to force now.
And he's thinking, can I throw the out turn and move it, or do I just freeze it and try to force him to one?
I think he's gonna play the run back here.
Don't
Yeah.
play the run back.
I mean, it is only his first, but
Well, that's true. He's not throwing glass two. I keep forgetting that.
my worry is if he misses, Nathan comes around the other yellow, and you're looking at 2 instead of potentially a force. If
Possibly 3 if he gets around good.
you just make a freeze now, you might be able to
Yeah, negate the. That's right. Well, he cut the rings down.
kind of control the center line a bit. But
Even if you
I
go
don't mind
top
this.
8 foot, even if you go top 8 foot on,
Yeah.
on the interns, buried.
I mean, if you make this, you're not talking about no freeze. So
No, that's true.
whoa, get the landing gear down there. That wasn't the prettiest delivery, but
no,
he's got to go hard to hit the
I
rock
don't
here.
like the looks of that.
Oh, wick the yellow. Oh. I mean, Nathan, you got 2 options. You can throw guard, and it's a little early. Like, you don't want to go around the yellow perfectly, and then he makes a run double on you or something like that.
Yeah. You could really make Mark think about it and go back 8 foot around the corner guard and say, if you don't make the double or you don't make the roll, the 3 is on.
Yeah.
So but Nathan has obviously chosen to play for his deuce, play a guard, assuming they trade rocks and then get your 2.
I like about the guard too. It's only Sam's first, so and then even at that, I mean, Mark's running your own rock in.
That's right.
You're okay with that. If he ever stuffs it, you're setting up for a nice 2.
Yeah.
This one's got a lot of room. It's got to work this one a little bit here. Looks really heavy as well. I think they're gonna play the freeze now. Not an ideal situation.
No. Nathan's going, what do I do with this?
That's a tough one. Those are the ones you want back when the game
Yeah.
are over. But
Yeah, not what you were. That
No.
wasn't in the plan.
not what the doctor ordered.
I think Nathan's thinking if you're going to throw it that hard, it would have went around the corner.
Yeah. Take the other turn on the way out.
But this is not made yet either, Nick. So
No. Now I gotta ask. I'm assuming you watched the Scotties final.
I didn't.
You never watched the
I
Scotties final.
didn't. No, I did not.
Did you see the shot Rachel had in the 9th end?
When she drew the button?
No, I
No.
think that was in the 1-2 game.
Okay.
In the 9th end of the final, she was making a hit to sit 3, and she ended up jamming on a back one and spun right back up in the 4-foot.
Oh, I didn't see it. No.
Oh, you're wishing you didn't see it.
Probably.
It almost cost her the game, but
Wow.
this looks pretty close. Oh, it's a little wide.
Oh, yes, I did see the highlight of that.
In the 9th end,
Where it went click, click, and rolled back up into the rings.
guaranteed force.
Yeah.
Spun right back up and
I
gave up
saw
2.
that. Yeah.
Oh, she
Draw. That's right. Jennifer had draw for 2.
she was routed.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I did see that on a highlight. I didn't see the game, but who would have saw that coming?
Oh, I mean, it was a treat. Gifted it to her. Just pretty unlucky, honestly, but I mean,
Yeah,
Jennifer Jones's team missed 3 shots in the 10th end, so that didn't help either.
Well, from what I saw, the Scotties, the best team won. I think. We've got something going on here technologically, and we have no idea what it is.
here we go. Trading ones.
Oh,
Perfect. Should be fixed there now. Perfect.
good.
All right, so we fixed our scoreboard, anyways.
You fixed our scoreboard. I had no idea how to fix it. This is still real cat and mouse. There's nobody really taking charge of this.
No. Skip rocks here. I mean, Alex is trying to look to make this roll, but just coming down, hit on the nose.
Yeah, and I think you probably said it when we started that this is going to go down to the last rock and the last end probably. It doesn't look like anybody's prepared to take control, so
I think Nathan's kind of debating here right now whether they're going to draw or not to try to score points. I think you'd be foolish not to hit.
I agree.
It's too early in the
Yeah,
game.
I agree. This is the eighth end. Maybe you play something different.
I mean, even the sixth end, but not right now. It's
No.
the first half of the game.
Agreed.
They make a good go with this roll and see what happens.
Well, I guess in terms of control, at least you're in control. You've got the last rock in a 2-1 game in an even end, so you have semblance of control. So I agree with you. Hit and roll.
I know they're probably a little disappointed. They would have liked to score, multiple this end, but
And they still may, if they can make a good roll here. You never know. But
looks really close. Can't roll out. He's got to stick to shooter.
oh, he's close.
Oh, that's a pretty dang good shot from
That's
Nathan Young.
real good.
Oh,
That's sunk.
put the broom down, go down, throw it.
Yep.
That's a great shot from Nathan. One of those players, you can't leave him anything.
No, agreed. He can make anything. You're right.
One of the main reasons why they've been one of the best teams in our province
No question.
over the past couple of years. This is a big turn of events now. If this is missed, obviously it's
Oh,
it's shots not made yet, but I would say pretty well guaranteed too.
well, two will change the game. A deuce will. Now, if he runs this straight back, it's a force.
Not a whole lot of weight. I like the collar. They're only probably throwing like a normal weight.
Well,
Oh, he grabbed some curl here. This is
close.
Well, does the job anyways.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Force Nathan to blank. I mean, you can't. I don't think you're complaining right now.
No, absolutely not.
You would have loved to stick that perfect behind the guard, but
And it's a good point you made, but you didn't throw it very hard. But because it's not about how hard you hit it, it's about where you hit it.
yeah.
And they were just a half an inch from being real good.
Now I can tell you this one's gonna be coming hard.
I would think.
There'll be no shy weight on this one. This is something you see with a lot of the teams who are at the junior level or even just out here in Newfoundland. They're such good hitters. My God.
And not only Newfoundland, like the junior players in the country are just so good at
Hitting, yeah.
hitting, with big weight and in particular being able to throw with the big weight and control it. It's impressive. And I was lucky enough to see it when you guys played there in Ottawa a couple weeks ago that there was a bunch of teams that can throw big weight and control it.
I know that Alberta team we played. I mean, they were
Oh, they were good. They were great.
they knocked the socks off you if you weren't paying attention.
We got
So good
them
at
at
hitting.
the right time, I think. Well, you guys were pretty impressive. You guys beat them. Blue Shack was his name, I think.
Yep.
And you beat them
Twice
in
in 24 hours. Yeah.
and it was impressive.
I'd say we're about the only team to beat them twice this
I
year.
would think.
They're I've been kind of watching the Alberta scene a little bit. One of my old teammates is out there playing this year, and they're cleaning house out in Alberta.
They're good, man.
They're cleaning house.
They're
Yeah.
friggin' good. But you guys got them at the right time, and well, they got you at the bad time. 'Cause
Yeah.
You guys were really good. You would have beaten anybody, I think, that week.
They
the way you
were.
guys played.
Our round robin game was phenomenal. I really
The
enjoyed
first
that.
one was the game of the week.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, the quarterfinal they didn't play quite to the potential of their
no,
level.
they weren't ready. I don't think. I think they sort of were still stung from the one before. But looking back on the round robin game that you played, that was the best game that I saw.
That was honestly my favorite game to play all week. Even though we won the final was a different feeling.
But it was a wonderful game.
Nathan's going right at him here at the corner guard.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think I would just come around the center. I mean, you don't even mind blanking again.
So this is 5.
Not sure if that picked. I honestly didn't see it. The rock didn't get halfway down the sheet.
Yeah, obviously
It's something, anyways.
it did something.
I can't imagine he threw it that bad.
But I'm a little bit surprised that he'd throw a corner guard in the 5th in a 2-1 game.
Maybe they're thinking, a 2 changes the scene, no matter what end it is.
And I guess it does, but going back to what we always talk about is the control thing, and blank 5, control 6. But it's a gut feel, I guess. But regardless, whatever happened, it was not the plan.
Yeah, it's more of maybe, what your team preference. I play with Nathan in the tankard this year. They just like scoring points.
Yeah.
Just like
Doesn't
scoring
matter
points.
what end. Yeah.
They're not really worried about the end, to be honest, and
it works for them.
it works pretty damn well for them.
Yeah.
So, they got this far, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, it works for them.
They love putting rocks in play, and they'll make you pay too. So.
They're a good team, real good team. We're lucky. We've got, we're a small curling community, but we're lucky that we've got 3, 4, 5 good teams, good young teams that are, I'm going to say that are up and coming, but no, they're already here. They're good
Indeed.
friggin' curling teams, and we're lucky in that regard. So when Brad gives it up and everybody, all the older guys, when we all give it up, you guys take over, and it's in good hands.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yes, hopefully sooner or later. That's right.
For
It'll
our-
happen. It'll happen.
For our sake, not yours. Well, I'd like to see Brad win another one next week and give us another chance at sending a new team to the Briar. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, but I'd like to see. I think you guys are good enough to beat whoever you're playing. You really are. What I saw in Ottawa was impressive, and it's about belief and control. And you guys had both of them in Ottawa, and it was really fun to watch. Like, people asked me, what did I do? I said, nothing. I stayed out of the way. Just let them do their thing. It's impressive. And I think going forward, if Brad and Mark are going to decide to step away in the next few years, I expect they will eventually. And I think the game is in good hands here. It really is.
It is for sure. Well, hopefully they with the new format, you just got to finish top 3 in the Briar to keep your spot. So, hopefully
That'll open up a spot.
that keeps us sending a new team every year, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Until one of us takes over from him. When I say one of us, one of you takes over from him, and you get your 1 of 3 spots in the Briar. Like, there's no doubt it can happen.
Hopefully one of these days. This is a bit of a
Yeah.
odd situation. Not a great setup here.
No, it's not.
But it's almost, you don't want to hit out at this point. You're after throwing a few guards. There's not a
And
lot
his
of
back ring and like, gee.
probably on Ryan's second one. You could have just came around the center guard instead of throwing corner. To be honest, but like I said,
because that's where Mark's going.
yeah,
Mark is going to, if he doesn't make this run back, Mark is going to force him to one, which is what Nathan doesn't want.
Oh.
I think.
Now this is a guy who can throw it hard right here, Nate Locke.
Yeah. Well, they all can. Man. It's crazy. That's close.
Just missed it. Rolled over to a pretty, decent spot though. All the same, almost even spun in the rings.
I think Mark's going to force him to one now. Yeah, he's not going to hit the corner guard now. He's got a chance to force. That's what he'll do, I expect.
Nathan gonna make a couple freezes now. I think that's where this end is gonna end up.
You're right. Yeah.
Get a bit messy. I mean, they've been trying to make it messy, so now it's just time to make the shots and see where it goes.
If Mark can sink this, if he can sink it just ahead of the Remax sign under the corner guard, it's going to be difficult blank.
Line's a little tight on this one though. Curling early. The weight looks relatively close, just keeping it for line. I mean, great shot. Like I said, Mark
Right
Healy
on the
just
top of the balloon will be pretty good. I don't think the blank is on anymore.
now. I like Mark's call, but at the same time, where with it over curling just makes Nathan's shot a lot easier because it's gonna be basically impossible to get rid of the blue now.
It does, but I think Mark is just trying to force.
Yeah.
Now he'd hate to force him to two, but I think it's about the force. I think that probably buried better than Mark expected it would. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
Nathan.
you're right. If he can screw one onto this one, the two is back on again.
I would say even 3 is back in play here. This one's just running a little wider than they wanted to.
Yeah, not getting the same curl Mark's team did.
A couple feet heavy, I think. Oh, I mean it's pretty good though.
And I don't know I don't know what he can see from the other end.
I would say he's got a good chunk of it. I'd say 3/4 for sure. I'd be surprised if he doesn't hit it anyways.
Oh, if he can see it, he'll hit it. Right on the nose would be good for Mark, I think. Noseworthy.
From on our screen area, it looks like he's got pretty much all the.
It looks, yeah, it does. It looks at least 2/3 open anyway. A nose hit would be real good here for Mark because
It's gonna make Nathan's life pretty damn hard.
really hard.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're sweeping this, but it looks like he's by a mile here. Maybe just kind of overswept it a little bit.
There's a little panic.
Bit of a panic, but I mean,
Yeah.
rolled through a pretty good spot. I mean, Nathan's almost got to bring the play back to the center now.
I think so. I think he's forced himself to one here now, unless he can really make something.
He's got to make a perfect freeze. Excuse me.
Yeah, and I don't. Well, it's a good point. Like, I think he's forced now to. What's he going to play? The nose hit?
I think it's just going to freeze on her. This particular situation reminds me of when we were in PI earlier this year, playing in our the final of the cash wheel, and I threw a shot like this and I made it, and he threw it but 5 seconds at it and couldn't get rid of it. The only time in my life I've seen someone not be able to get a rock out.
That's how good the freeze was.
Yeah. Best freeze I've ever made in my life.
You made a bunch of them though.
Line looks really close on this. It's probably two of the best sweepers in the island
I
here.
think they like the speed.
Oh, it's a little heavy, rubbing
Little
off.
bump.
That's the best angle though.
That's pretty good.
And Mark's gonna pick it off. You'd almost want to just hit three quarters of this and try to stay in the 4-foot.
Well, I think he could half that and roll out because the yellow one is frozen to is not going anywhere. I don't think. Hard to see.
But I'm saying if you try to keep it above the tee line so you can't freeze.
Oh yeah,
right?
right. Yes, agreed.
Now, if we were throwing this, we're obviously probably going to throw it a second and a half harder than he can, but he can still make the shot with.
2.5 seconds harder than I can throw it.
Well, from in here, I've never curled like any less than 100%.
No.
So.
I don't know where you generate your power. It's incredible. Fun to watch though. This is hard as Mark's going to throw it.
Looks pretty close. He should be good. It's good throw from Mark.
That's good. Yep.
Well, it really makes that freeze, hard now because it's always going to spring off.
Yep.
I think this is probably the only way you ever get two here. If you manage
Back
to
a foot.
push these back, and then he's in trouble then.
Yeah. So you can push it back and set up a little wall.
You're almost throwing,
Harder to pick it off.
2 feet more weight and let the sweepers take it for you.
It's real cat and mouse, isn't it, for the last hour?
Both teams, playing relatively well, I would say.
Yeah, they are playing very well. It's a defensive battle, shall we say? Like I don't know if that's being
Certainly
fair to say.
The team without Hammer is controlling most of the ends.
You're right. Yeah, and that's probably what I was trying to say.
This is looking really close. Maybe curl a little bit. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Now Alex can come out and split it out, but
That's pretty good.
nothing's made.
No. And for those of you who might have thrown the last 2 rocks, this is no gimme.
Certainly not. It would almost be nice if he could clip the one
Yeah,
Sam
he
just
would
tapped
love.
back.
He'd love to rub one on the way by. Yeah.
I think that'd be best case scenario for Team Smith here.
That's what he'd like to do. He'd like to clip that one on the way by and take that little wall away.
As long as you spring it out of the 8-foot,
Yeah, that's right.
it's fine. If it sticks in the 12-foot somewhere, that's irrelevant with the side one
Buried.
gonna out count it
That's
buried.
right.
So
Nope, little speed wobble there.
Alex goes from throwing skip rocks tonight to lead rocks for the next
Yeah,
13 days.
yeah. At the Briar with Andrew Simmons. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow!
right on by.
Holy moly!
That's not one you're gonna get every day. I didn't like where Sam just put his broom there, but I think Nathan's kind of heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I think you got no choice.
You got to freeze on top.
I think so.
If you ever freeze on the yellow, it's just a kind of a pocket
You're
double.
still only
and-
playing for 2 right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So if you freeze your own,
I think you freeze your own. He makes one go away probably,
right,
and then you get 2.
and then you get 2. And if you can't make it go away, you get 3. Then it's more good luck.
And you're pretty happy.
Yeah, I think that's the objective. Freeze on your own. And if you can freeze just a hair on the center line side, the button side, he might not be able to get rid of either one of them.
No, he's gonna have trouble if Nathan can make this good, but
And you could even
you know what he might see him do if Nathan makes this perfect. He might just come down and tap the works of it back and sit on the
Right.
nose, and
say right.
and Nathan's gonna be kicking himself. But
Right.
at the end of the day, you don't have a choice.
No, that's right.
If
Now, he may play a little tap here himself.
I think if you could just tap this to freeze the back one and to sit 2 would be excellent.
You're pretty good.
You're guaranteed 2. There's no way you don't ever score 2.
Agreed.
This one's curling out of his hand here. This is. They gotta go for a line here. Not sure if it's light or not. Oh, the weight looks really
But
good.
it's curling.
Oh, they gotta go for a line. This is. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not where you want it to be. The weight was perfect.
Alex can basically throw the exact same line he just
Yeah.
threw. Definitely get one of
That
them.
curled a full rock more than he expected. I
I'm
don't know
not
if he
sure
helped
if
it.
he squared that one off or maybe just slid tight. I'm not sure. One thing about this ice is very release sensitive.
It is.
It's not forgiving.
It is very, really sensitive. No question. But you called that halfway down the sheet. That
Yeah.
wasn't close in terms of line.
No, in our world, anyways.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he missed by what 2 feet, but it's just as well he missed by 20 feet in that.
Well, I'm sure he feels like he missed by 20
Yeah.
feet.
There's no worse feeling than when you're coming down the sheet and you got no control.
You don't
over
have
it.
no. You got no chance. No.
If I'm Alex here, I
Would you
think
not just?
I
hit
think
that
I'd
in
be
the crotch and-
I'd be putting the broom down pretty quick, but
As a
maybe
matter of
it's
fact, it'd be easier to make it with the one that's
lower.
on our right side.
Maybe
Hit
he's
that
maybe he's worried that he hits it right in the crotch, and the way it's kind of staggered that neither of them leave because they just double jam.
And maybe, but
I don't know. I think I'd be putting the broom down pretty quick.
I don't think I think I'd have thrown this and missed it by now.
I think my skip would be down there ready to throw it before I even.
I
see
think
what
I
the
know
shot
what you'd
was.
be throwing.
It must be a lot
It
harder.
wouldn't be hack weight either.
No, it must be a lot harder from their point of view,
Yeah,
anyways.
it must be, yeah. But it looks like a no-brainer to me. But what do I know? I'm not out there.
No. And it's kind of a misleading angle we're on too here.
And it could very well be. So like they're all getting involved in this. So obviously what we're looking at is not really what they're seeing. So
See if I can get a better angle, sir. It's not the. I don't think we have a better angle.
that might be as good as it gets.
It's a little
No, that's better.
a transition over
I
here.
guess I could see the panic. It's
I don't think it's as easy as it looks, but
no, you're probably right. It's very jammable.
for us, I think a no-brainer. But these guys, maybe they're a little hesitant.
Well, if like they can't throw it like you can in terms of speed. If you were throwing, or Nathan or Sam, where you can throw it hard and control the speed. These guys didn't grow up doing that.
I think that is a decision, though. I think they've.
I think they're going to play it. I think they got to hit the one on our right side first,
Oh, here we go. The angle I was looking for.
right where the brush is.
All right, so here we go. This could be a game-deciding shot here,
I
almost.
guess of anybody on this team to throw it, Alex is the right one.
Oh, they're hard out of his hand here. It's
Well,
this isn't.
looks pretty snug to me.
I think he's just gonna clip the top one, and it's gonna be a 2. As I say that, he makes the shot perfect.
Oh, yeah, he did. He pushed it far enough. Yeah,
That's a great shot.
that works.
I keep jinxing these guys. Every time I think they're gonna miss, they make. Should know better.
Oh,
That's-
that works. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think they might have overthought that one a little bit.
I think so,
Well, you can never be too sure.
but I think they hit. They wanted to hit the other one first. I think
I agree. I think that was
would have been
probably.
easier, and I think that's why you heard Mark in a bit of a panic.
He always sounds like that though.
He does, yeah.
Always.
does, so-
Every time we play him, I feel like we're getting a miss, and then
Yeah,
that's just
and
how
he
he
makes
calls
it
line.
anyway.
It's
Oh,
just how
yeah.
he calls line. It gives you false hope.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what the world was coming to an end,
No.
and they make it anyway.
But you know what? I was the same way when I used to be in the house, so
Yeah.
I guess I can't say much. Nathan Young here. Nice control weight hit. give this one to the sweepers. You're not going to miss by not sweeping hard enough. I can tell you that. But these guys they're pretty good. It looks pretty good here.
Yeah, the speed's good.
Just clean it down. Tie game after 5.
Yeah, it's just still cat and mouse. We're going to take a couple of seconds here and relax, if you don't mind, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, we're back. And for the second, well, more than the second half, I suppose, we're into the sixth end of a 2-2 game between Nathan Young and Alex Smith. It's youth and skill against old age and treachery. And it's 2-2. So we'll see who comes out on top.
Be interesting to see now if Nathan's team wise a lot of they've kind of got to. It's kind of got to kind of go all in here now and just.
I agree. I think they got to turn it up a little bit. It's been too much cat and mouse, and I think they got to try to change the tempo of the game. And I agree with you. I think they got to. I don't know all in or not, but they've got to go in anyway.
I think we're going to see it here. Both teams. If you don't got dry weight by now, I don't think you're ever going to have it. So
no, agreed.
This is at the the point of the game though where the ice changes, so it's the toughest time.
It is. And you're going to play in the middle, so you're playing in the 4-foot strip here, so it's going to get a little bit dicey, I think, as you said. As time goes on, the ice is going to get a little bit softer, a little muddier, as they might say. So I agree with you. I think Nathan's got to go in here now and try to change the momentum of the game.
Not a bad shot there. I wouldn't say
not.
it's it wasn't what he was looking for, but it could have been a lot
and it's
worse.
Early. That's better than 2 feet too far.
Yeah. Now Mark maybe just gonna throw one over on the wing.
He's just I don't. This is he's going to throw into the open side and say, "I hope you guys don't make a real good one on me."
Let's see if Sporty makes this one. His second rock has been his trouble tonight. He's been over curling a lot on this second rock.
And I think no matter where this goes, I think you're going to see Nathan going around the outside on the other turn.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's all in.
I feel like if it's if this one is like top 8, he's going to hit and roll.
Top 8, he might.
Yeah.
But if it's T line where he rolls behind the tee, I think he's going to go around it.
If this one isn't made perfect, I think Nathan will make a nice hit and roll.
If he's got a double on the yellows, he'll play it.
I think it's pretty well flat now. I'd be surprised if he doesn't hit this.
You might see him go around the outside. He's thinking. He's thinking. You wouldn't know, but we had headsets on.
I think you just hit and roll. I don't think this is overly complicated, to be honest with
No,
you.
no, you're probably right. It's a good one. Even a nose hit is not a bad deal
No,
because it makes the roll to the button better for a couple of shots down the road.
I know they're trying really hard to force, but a two here is almost too much.
Like a nose hit is not a bad deal here
No,
because
it forces Mark to roll because otherwise you're gonna have to roll.
right on, and your two rocks above.
And you know what? If Mark tries to roll and doesn't roll fully, then it just makes your shot 10 times easier.
Right.
So I think hitting is just definitely the right call in this situation.
Yeah, in a 2-2 game, yeah.
Oh, this bit of a jump on the
Can't
line
lose-
call.
you
Yeah,
can't lose this.
they gotta go to hit this.
Ooh,
Whew.
wow.
That had me sweating for a second.
Ooh.
Maybe a little surprise there on the way that didn't curl.
Yeah, I don't know. It like that wasn't close. I don't know if it was a combination of too much ice and not a good throw or
They swept that hard out of his hand. I think maybe it just jumped it a little. Maybe he got a little outward on the release, and Nathan
yeah, lived
just
in and out maybe.
he was maybe sliding tight and just got it back out, and it was too late by the time Nathan had him sweeping it. I mean, this is almost like
It's another free one,
yeah.
but it's not free because top 8 foot
No good.
is no good.
This is the first end though where the team with Hammer has kind of been in control, which is it's crazy to think. This is a great shot.
That's 2 good shots, boy. That's really good.
At this point, I mean, hitting is almost is useless.
Yeah, that's 2 good shots. T-line or better.
Nathan
I
might.
think he might.
Oh wow, that surprises me a bit.
Wow.
But you know what? I think a blank here is better than 2.
Well, you agreed.
If Nathan can manage to get a blank out of this situation now and
That'd
then
be something.
force him in the 7th,
He'd
end,
love to drive this into that one at 3:00.
I think he might actually make
close.
that.
He got it too.
Oh,
Yes, he did.
bit fluky, but
That's a big shot.
it was one of those things where you're calling the double run back, but you make that
And it keeps the blank on.
good as gold.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's something that this level team is. You know, if you're missing the call, they always look for the second option,
Absolutely.
and they recognize that before the rock's even thrown. So, bit of an audible there.
And that keeps the blank on. All of a sudden, it's
Yep. Now this run back's about 2 feet. They're not, 9 times out of 10 they're
Not gonna
making
miss
this right, and I think that's what Alex team is talking about right now. Did we just hit and roll and take the blank, or
yeah, and that's what they're talking about now. Do we guard the blue one, or do we hit the yellow one?
I kind of guess it's what you're in for. If you're okay blanking, I think you just hit right now, and
Well, the 6th end, I got no trouble blanking the 6th
No.
end.
you just got to make sure you get 2 next end, or you're blanking again, right? As long as you don't get 4s and 7, you'll be all right.
Yeah, and Mark is thinking. I'm assuming Nosery is thinking. Can we force him to 1 or blank? Force him to 1 in 7.
Yeah.
And get Hammer coming home. It's a cat and mouse thing again. But it requires execution. And what's easier, blue into yellow or just straight yellow?
Right now, I think
Well, he's going
I like this. I really like this because even if Nathan makes that run double, per se, if it's queued up, the one he's throwing is probably not going to be in the rings.
And if he blanks, you're happy.
You'd be okay with that.
You're okay with that.
I'd much rather score
You
2,
hate
but
to force him to 2.
yeah. But at this point, I mean, it's either 2 or blank. 1 is almost no good.
Right. So Nosery is satisfied to.
I guess it's also, would you be rather, coming home up 1 without, or coming home
that's
down
the
1
question.
with? Because in that case, getting 1 here is not bad if you're planning on forcing next end, or even if you give up 2 next end, you're coming home with Hammer. So it's almost what your team's preference is, honestly. If I was out there right now, I think I'd be happy with that.
Oh, I agree. And Nathan doesn't like it, so he's going to try to force the issue.
Yeah, he can make a pretty good one here now, and
He could and lay 2. I think. I can't see no, maybe he can't.
it's just a lie 1, but it
Yeah.
could be lie 1 buried. You see one live berry right now, B.
So I guess Nathan now is probably playing for the blank if he can get it. And ironically enough, Mark is probably be satisfied with that too.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure he'll be all right with it.
But it's execution.
No, I think, you know, just from playing Mark a couple times this year, I think he'd rather be down one coming home with a
Oh,
hammer.
no doubt.
we,
That's
you
the
know,
way he's played the game for a long time.
this is close.
That's good.
You gotta make sure that yellow gets out. Oh,
No,
that's,
that's not good.
I wouldn't say disastrous, but not ideal. Not ideal at
Yellow was
all.
one, maybe two. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. I definitely one. They're definitely shot rock over there on the left hand side, but I don't mind that call. It almost guarantees two now. He does this.
Yeah, and you take a 2-point lead after 6 ends in an 8-end game.
Your percentages are pretty high.
Absolutely.
You win more. You wins more.
I would think.
Yep. You win more times than you lose.
And it's not a tough deuce if you just trade these rocks.
No.
Not like you got to make anything really hard or difficult. I guess he could theoretically move it till A3 if he wanted to. Well, I think you want to be back there, though, Nick. You don't want to be in front of the tee line. Give him a roll.
No, you definitely got to come right down to
You
it.
want to be back to it, yeah. Well, it's pretty straight on that turn.
Oh, I mean, he's job done, but maybe not the ideal position for it to
No.
be in.
Hmm.
Honestly, my first call would have been thought they would just come down and freeze.
Yeah,
Freeze right in that
he
pocket.
wants to hit and roll, but you can't roll out. You've got to
Oh, this one's got to be made.
you got to keep your shooter.
Oh, he just. I heard him say hard to hit it. This is.
Oh, that's not good. Looks pretty narrow here to me. Oops.
You know what? You know, even that. Maybe Mark's probably going around the center
He may
now,
go
right?
around the center on the outturn side to top 8 foot.
You almost have to, and
And
then.
then the 3 is on.
But your only problem with that is if you know you make yours perfect and Nathan makes a perfect freeze, you might get nothing, right?
You may, but if you go top 8 foot and he makes a perfect freeze, you have 6-7 feet to draw to
Yeah.
for 2. I like going around the outturn side, touch the top of the 4 foot. Half under is good.
Yeah. Probably not a bad.
If you can get there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's easy for me. I'm in here.
they're trying to bring this back yellow into
They
play,
are.
but I don't think that's.
I think you
possible.
still play for
Yeah.
2.
I don't think that rock's ever coming back now.
I agree. I think you play for 2. If you go back to this back one here now, you're going to give him a chance to get out. I don't think you.
I think you go around the center top 8 foot.
I agree. That's what I like. Touch top of the 4 foot on the outturn side.
Just enough that if he freezes, you can still draw to get to.
Right. Right on. That's where I am. He's still not sold on what he wants to do.
Definitely wouldn't be doing too great on Tom if they had clocks right now. I can tell you that. Taking their sweet time.
No,
He's-
he's drawn down to it. Interesting.
I'm a little surprised by this, to be
Me
honest.
too.
I mean, maybe he figures he sticks one in the pocket, it's never leaving, but I don't want to give him a chance.
No, and if you do stick it in the pocket and
Mm.
Nathan taps on the nose, he's frozen you and you can't get him out.
Yeah, this is
This is
I wish they were mic'd up. We're clearly missing what the whole.
we're missing. Yeah,
We're missing something
We
here.
don't know what they're talking about. Yeah,
I don't know what the objective is.
I find this known Mark for a while, and I would have thought, as you and I were talking, go around the outturn side, half open, top 4 foot. You get a draw for 4, draw for 2. That's all you're playing for.
I think if I'm Nathan right now, I'm just ecstatic
Absolutely,
at this call.
you got a chance to get out of trouble.
I hope Mark doesn't go back and watch this. We're here flaming
Yeah.
him, flaming him on his calls, but I'm just very surprised by it.
That's not curling either.
Ooh. It's a pretty sneaky way to make it, though.
Yeah, but if you go tap on the nose, you're forced to 1, aren't you?
I would imagine he's going to throw a bullet here and try to get rid of something.
I don't know. Why wouldn't you just?
We're going to have another 5-minute discussion. I got a feeling.
Yeah, if he just knows it, how does he get more than 1? Yeah. Obviously, it's not that simple.
No. I think he can make at least 2 go away.
Yeah, and I think he'll still be, if he hits it properly, he'll still be
Shot rock.
shot rock and pretty well frozen.
Force Mark to hit, and then he makes a double on his last.
Right. So I'm surprised, Mark.
I think he can make all of these go here. I think the trouble rock is the one he's hitting him initially. I think you lose the one it's frozen onto and the yellow and the blue in the back 12 foot for sure.
And you can still be frozen to the one you're hitting.
Yeah.
This could be.
I would just throw. This is gonna be a.
Now the boys can throw. Yeah, you'd have this overhand. You'd be throwing.
I'm gonna get a hog to hog on this. See how fast this really is. I would imagine it's,
He's going to buzz it.
or this gun's got to curl a lot, but it looks good. Oh, that is probably why Mark knows where they froze.
Yeah, but that wasn't anywhere near the right line.
Boy,
I don't know why he had to throw it that hard. If you just go bump bump and you sit in front of all the yellows, how does he get you out?
yeah, that was. Well, Mark's making us look like a fool now for sure.
He is, but Nathan still has an out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that center guard's kind of the only trouble for Mark right now.
Well, he may run the guard.
He's gonna have, maybe hit and roll off it, but you'd hate to ever just leave a guard up there for him to come around. I think you have to. I think you got to hit and roll. Like,
Yeah, and if he can do that, then Nathan could make all the yellows go away.
yeah. But your only problem is if you make the hit and roll, you're almost just guarding the freeze, which is not what you want to do.
No, agreed.
Maybe you draw open side like Alex says, and
They're all still on, aren't they?
I believe so. Well, at worst he's sitting 2 anyways. And we gotta find this overhead again. Yeah, that's definitely on.
It looks like it's on, yeah. Oh, it is, yep.
So this is
It was an under curl.
maybe just trying to get a bit extra weight on the release, and
Maybe.
been a victim of that myself maybe a handful of times. Or... Oh, this is hard. You ever come deep on this draw to the center line, you get nothing.
No, even if you come
Top 4, you're
top
almost,
forward, he screws
you're-
it onto yours, you're forced.
and you're not very happy.
You're absolutely.
You're probably saying a few bad words under your breath.
So he's going under, by the looks of it, is he?
I think so. I think he's just going full 8 foot, maybe even half open, because even if
That would be ideal.
you go half open and Nathan
If
draws
there is
around,
one,
you
got to raise.
shot for 5 too.
Yeah,
And if
like edge on edge would be fine.
I think if he throws it half open, you hit the back one and roll under,
Agreed.
and then you
Well, you might make 3 of them, could you?
I don't think so. I don't see a way where he makes a triple. Oh, this looks like it has a lot of weight to it. Uh-oh, this is trouble.
Yeah.
I think I'm Sam. I'm leaving this. Well, definitely a triple there now.
Small wall there now.
Triple now, and you sit right on top of the only one that's gonna be left in the rings. Another get out of jail free card.
It is.
I think I'd be pretty upset right now if I was Alex.
Man.
Maybe just the ice is slowing down, just overcompensated a little bit.
It may be a little.
Because you hate to plug
Stick
that
in the
one,
middle.
plug that a guard. Or,
Oh,
those are the hardest ones when they're.
yeah, he could make 3 of these and be sitting in front of the back one.
It's almost lined up. Almost lined up, I would say. He's got to pretty much hit in the same spot he hit the last one.
Well, as long as he hits it anywhere on this side, he's got to make
He's
3.
he's getting 2 if he makes contact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Because if he ever hits a thin, I mean, if he hits this ridiculously thin, he could come off the backside of that one
Up the other one, that's
and
right.
squirt it back. Oh, that'd be a shot. I would be really mad if he made that if I was Mark. I've had worse shots made against me. That's for
Oh,
sure.
I hear you.
Oh, he's hard out of his hand. Oh, close. Oh, he made it. What a
There
shot.
you go. There you go.
What did I say 2 seconds ago about being mad? Oh, I would be livid. That is just a great curling shot by Nathan Young.
Beautiful shot. But, going back, looking at what Nosbury decided to play,
That's a game saver.
it is a game saver. Maybe a game changer. We'll see.
That's a great shot.
So what's he going to draw for 1?
I like I said, I think Mark would rather get 1 now, give up 2 in the 7th end, and not give up 2, but if he does give up 2, he'd be all right with that and
But
coming home.
He won't play the blank here?
I think he's taking 1. If that's what your team's strong suit is, I mean,
Oh, well, you're right, yeah.
you get 1 here,
You
you're.
might see Nathan playing the blank.
Oh, and Nathan would love to get a blank next
Yeah.
end, and I think Mark would. If Mark gives him 2, he's okay with that as well. It's not something you see very often,
Well,
but
that changed the game, didn't it?
I like it if you're confident scoring 2 in the 8th end.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this is not even close. This is with 2 guard. Wow. Well done.
What, did you get a pick or something?
He just so straight up missed. I think it's just 1. So steal of 1. What a
Who
tournament,
saw
Vince.
that coming?
Wow. I think if you're Mark, you're not even that mad either. You get a. Well, I mean, I'm sure you're not happy, but if you get a blank now in 7,
Wow.
setting up for a potential 4 or 5, and just. Wow.
Yeah, something went wrong there. That wasn't even close.
Maybe just didn't want to overthrow it. Huh?
Something went screwy there. Like, that's 10 feet short.
Well, got ourselves a gate.
We do. Why couldn't they do this 2 hours ago instead of just going up and down the sheet? That was a great shot Nathan made. Man, to change the game altogether.
I'm sure he'll be thanked for that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Bit of a something out of nothing situation, and
Oh, I'd say.
you know what? That's what they get paid the big bucks for. Well,
Absolutely. You take the glory, you take the heat. Well, they feel they've got new life all of a sudden. Like 2 rocks ago, they didn't think they had
Yeah.
a chance. Now all of a sudden they feel they're in control. Nathan Young's team, I mean.
yes, yeah.
So it's just new life.
A little light again
Yeah.
from Ryan. I mean, I wouldn't say this is his best performance, and you're up 1.
But and that's not
Yeah.
that's not close. There's
You can tell this is the blank attempt here.
and you could see Nathan and Ryan having a chat. There's something not right, maybe with that stone.
Yeah, and another thing too. I mean, Ryan's team he probably hasn't seen much of the ice since the tanker. To be honest, there's no
Oh,
reason.
Right, right, yeah.
He's probably only played a game or 2, and probably only practiced a couple times. So he's trying to figure things out.
Yeah,
Figure
you
things
could
out
be right.
himself. Well, I know with my team, our season's basically over. You're not going to see us much, to be honest. Come down, throw a scattered stone, but we're not going to be here practicing for nothing much.
No, fair enough. You've earned a few months off.
You know,
Just a few though.
we're off a little. We're off a little too early than I'd like to be, but that's it. You can't play everything.
So we got men's league left.
I think that's it. I think we're already out of the playoffs because we had to forfeit that many games for being away.
Oh, did you?
So
God.
I think we're pretty much out of that too. But
Well, I'm still in it, so maybe you guys can play for me.
well, maybe we'll have to play for you. I think there's only one game left, to be honest. I don't think it's too much. Now I don't know if there's another consolation round
I
or
don't know.
what the
I
deal
really
is.
don't know. I'm like you. I've sort of after the provincials was over, I sort of
Kind of is what it
I'd
is.
say
Yeah,
I lost interest, but
it's not much.
it's sort of
Well, another thing too, we actually do, and it's kind of through the Super League is the Ian Kerr Cup. Once Super League is over, it'll be I think it's 4 or 5 weeks, and they do two teams, kind of like the Continental Cup of curling, where but it's the rookie versus the vets.
oh, that's cool.
So it'll be like my team and Team Tipple, and Nathan Young's team will be, we call ourselves the rookies, and a few of the ladies teams, the younger teams will play with us, and then
Excellent.
the vets, the oldies in quotation marks, it'd be Andrew Simmons and
That's
Mark.
not me,
and,
right? No, that's not me.
You might have aged out. You might have aged out, Glenn.
Yeah, you might be right.
And
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. That's a great
it's fun. Yeah,
good
you
idea.
it's basically the Continental Cup of curling. You play 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You play mixed doubles. There's some men and play together and some women play together, and you play 4-person mixed. There's a skins game, and at the end, it's a point system per player, and the top 4 players from each team get to play an all-star game for money.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Wow.
there's a big trophy and everything. I think it's been happening for 3 or 4 years, and we lost last year, unfortunately, but this year we're coming back for vengeance.
Nice. Well, maybe you have to go through me first.
You might get the invite, Glenn.
That's pretty cool.
They're gonna need all they can take this year, I think, because us the young guys aren't losing again. I can
No,
tell you that.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
The
There's only so much bobbing and weaving us old guys can do.
bit of a big miss there from Nate, to be honest.
That's not even close.
The ice has been a trouble. It's been a struggle here tonight.
There's something.
Something's not going right here.
Something's not right here. Yeah,
It could just be that both teams haven't been playing much either. I think that could be it.
that may well be because that wasn't.
Yeah.
Even if you are struggling with lines on the ice, like that's not even close. So
And it's funny I say that because when Nathan beat us in our tiebreaker game, for the winner to play in this, they jokingly said that they're just they're 1 night a week curlers now.
oh yeah,
They're showing up to play in their Super League game, and that's it. So they're honestly probably not practicing at all.
no, and I'd say both teams are doing that now.
Yeah.
They're like the reason they really signed up this year, they're all gone. It's so the Super
Besides
League-
Alex Smith.
Ex-Alex, absolutely.
Alex
Alex
is-
goes off to the Briar in
Yeah.
a couple of days' time with Andrew Simmons. Other than that, the rest of the guys are just finishing out the year.
This is someone's last game, anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty solid setup, I would say, for Mary Carey to get the blank.
I think so.
Nathan's kind of almost just got to hope or miss at this point.
Yeah, and he doesn't he'd like to force, but you don't want to force him into a 3.
No, I mean, like I said, you can probably live with 2. I think you'd almost be okay with 2.
You could live with 2, absolutely.
Uh,
And that's what he's playing for.
great shot.
I think right now. It's been a good game, Nick, to be honest, really. Like I personally as a fan would like to see more Roxham play. But for the most part, it's been a well played game. Like
It's
the
been
few misses that people have had has not really cost them that much.
no. There's been a lot of back and forth on
There has
the
been,
make.
yeah.
As I say that, what a great shot from Mark Healy.
Yep, another one.
And no real double here for Nathan, to be honest.
No, but like going back to your comment, like Nathan will be satisfied giving 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Be down 1 coming home, and I don't know if you were Nathan Young now, would you rather give up 2 or blank?
I think if I was out there right now, it wouldn't bother me either way.
Either way.
So a force would be best.
A
but
force would be great, yes, but that's I didn't give you that option. The only option
Yeah.
I gave you was a 2 for them
Yeah.
or a blank. And I agree with you. It's about being in control at the end of the game. And
the way this game is going, to be honest with you, there hasn't been any deuces. There's no hammer conversion, so I
No,
think
you're right.
I think you're okay with giving, or sorry, you'd be okay with giving the blank. Oh, why?
oh, you got to be kidding me!
Spin it. Oh, that's greasy. That is.
Yeah. So Mark is, I guess, Noseworthy and Smith are playing. They're playing for 2, and
Yeah.
Nathan's probably playing for 2 also.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? He's playing. He's trying to play for 1 if he
Yeah.
can. If he can force the 1.
I think either way, you're happy for Nathan.
I
Young.
think so. I think you're happy both ways.
Yeah, both teams are gonna be okay with the situation they're being put in. But like I said, the no hammer conversion. But now Mark had a lot more opportunities than Nathan has in this game,
Absolutely.
which is one thing I'd be maybe I wouldn't say nervous about, but I'd be a little
A
concerned.
little bit leery about.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Nathan scrambled out of a situation last end
Yeah,
with that big shot at the that quad or triple, whatever it was.
yeah. I'm on you now. He is Nathan Young still. I mean,
He is.
it doesn't matter how many times you score or whatever the case may be in a game. If twos are pretty easy to get sometimes. Now that's a great shot right there.
That's good.
Almost secures the deuce, to be honest.
Well, Nathan goes all out. Oh, he's not going to go all out for the double.
I don't with the guard there. I mean, it's pretty well impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is a guard. I couldn't even see. Didn't see
No,
that with the logo.
I can't imagine
You're right.
he sees much of this. If you ever go straight on by this, you are in.
You're right. I didn't even notice the guard.
This is a very tough shot, honestly.
Ooh.
These are the ones that when you're sitting in the hack, your stomach's a little
Oh my gosh.
nervous.
Is that,
Throwing.
he can't see a lot of this. I wouldn't think.
I would imagine he probably sees like a quarter, which is not a whole lot, but he's not throwing a ton of weight either. He's probably throwing hack
he has
weight.
no choice, does he?
No, and if you make this good, I mean, getting yourself out of trouble.
He's trying to force. He's trying to force Mark Noseworthy to 2. Just got a curl.
He's got to go to hit this. This is trouble.
This is trouble.
Oh man, another one from Sam. This is.
Oh my!
It's been one of them games. This is.
Whoops!
Now that's something you don't see a lot. But I mean, this 2 in a row there from Sam.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna be very frustrated with that, but you can't take it back.
No, and thank you God.
That's incredible. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night sometimes.
Yeah.
Mark's gonna hit this now. I mean Nathan will have a double on his lat. Or
Yeah, but give it to him. I don't know what they're talking about. To be honest with you, you just nose it and
yeah, I think so.
move on.
Maybe they're talking about ice or anything like that.
You can't be talking about rolling under the guard. You wouldn't want to do that. I don't think.
No.
All right.
Big shot here, Mark. I mean, you gotta make this. Really working this one out of his hand. Doesn't look like a whole lot of weight.
No, it doesn't. It's
I
holding the line pretty good.
think this one's gonna be rolling out. Wow.
Gee.
No, I mean, you're only really gonna kick yourself here if Nathan Young makes this roll perfect. Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's true. That's true. 'cause
at
you
some
got a chance
point-
to blank.
yeah. At some point, you got to stop giving him chances.
Yeah.
The second end in a row, where Mark's kind of well, I mean, last end was a bit of an exception,
If
but
he makes this roll,
Mark's gonna be kicking
you
himself.
go out in the parking lot, slit your wrists.
You'd be pretty
Bad
pissed off.
chances.
I mean, you almost got to play the run back if
Well, yeah.
If he makes or you corner freeze and try to get two. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
whatever preference you're looking
Funny.
for right now. Two turns into blanks and maybe even steals.
But again, it's interesting that Nathan would like to make the roll, but you got to stay in play.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he goes around and gets two anyway. Or he might rip the guard off. I don't know.
These are the hard ones out in the wings because you don't know. Like,
No, you just don't know.
You
It's
don't.
fresh pebble.
scary sometimes.
Some of them grab, some of them don't.
This is curling a lot. I don't imagine this one's going to stay around. Oh,
Oh, Cindy, okay.
actually, I'm wrong once again. Mark with his best effort on this swoop. I really hope he doesn't watch this back, or I might be getting a letter with some not nice words on it from Mark. If he wins, I don't think he'll give a shit, but
No, that's right. I agree.
you never know.
I don't think he'll care anyway. I would say that if I was sweeping that, I would have got it out, but he knows better than that. That wouldn't have happened.
I think you're blanking. You're fine here, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think so.
I'd be tickle pink, to be honest. I wouldn't have a care in the world. right now.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
But you want to stick this, so you don't want to give him a chance to go around the corner and force you to one.
No. It has to be made. This is
You got to make this
easy ones, right?
3 ones. That's curling too, isn't it?
That looks pretty good.
Okay. Yep.
They took a lot of ice on that. He was expecting that kind of throw too.
Okay. All right. So the blank is still on for Mark, for Noseworthy, or Smith, or
Whatever they are.
whoever they are.
Whoever they want to call themselves. One guy calls the game, one guy throws last rock. There's 2 marks on the team.
That's true.
Confusing sometimes. He must just be throwing a lot of, just be whipping this down the sheet.
Yeah, looks like it. That's a foot less ice than.
Oh yeah, he must just be whipping this down. He doesn't care if it rolls out, whatever.
Yeah, just make sure you hit it. Yeah.
Obviously, it's a bonus to stay around, but Alex is making that shot 9 times out of 10
Yeah, that's
regardless,
right.
so you're not too worried. I don't think. So sweep it. Oh, or not. Oh,
Oh.
now look, you gotta have a swing at it anyways.
Is it a Klingon?
It's too close, anyways. So he's
Oh,
throwing
sorry.
it away.
It's out.
I'd love to see Nathan put the stick on this now.
Oh. Mark is not convinced yet. Oh yeah, I guess he is.
We had one of these. I don't even remember what week it was. We were playing Stacey Curtis, who was just at the Scotties actually. And in the first end, we thought the rock was in, so we drew. Anyways, they measured it and it was out, and we only got 1.
Oh,
We were not very happy.
not happy. No.
That's the night we found out about the rings were off a little bit.
So we're down like you said, Nick, when we started this broadcast, it's going to go down to the last rock in the 8th end. So no surprise. I think Sam wants to measure. No,
I've throw a stick on it for a laugh.
he wants to measure it.
There they are. I mean, why not? If you get a steal here, I would say ball game. Whoa, maybe closer than you think. That's out. There.
No,
I think what it is there's a white layer
there is.
under what the edge is the red, but there's still white under it. So
Yeah.
if it's on the white, it looks like it's in, but it's really not.
And we can't see that on our telecast
No.
here, but there is. You're right. Outside the rings, there's a white line cast around the rings.
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, I'd say Noseworthy and Smith are all in this end. I would expect.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna see the Rocks in play, anyways.
All right. I agree. And I hope so.
Be nice to,
Easy for us. We're not playing.
great to. Be a low scoring game.
It is. You don't see 3-2 after
7 very often.
after 7 ends very often. No.
We got 16 rocks to, well, knock on wood, 16 rocks to come.
Well, yeah.
I believe we've gone overtime at this point. If there would be a tie, I think there would be a draw the button, but I'm not 100% sure if there's any games going on after.
I don't know.
I know there was a rule in the regular season where if you went over a certain time, you had to draw the button instead of playing an extra end, but I'm not sure what the playoff rules are to be exact.
I'm going to see if I can find out.
Oh, it's a bit of a bizarre looking call Mark just had on his first one there, but I think the other 3 convinced him to throw a corner guard. But to be honest with you, corner guards haven't been working too well this game, so I don't know if it'd be better off just coming around the center. So the verdict is a full extra end, we think.
It looks like, yeah.
I would imagine there's a lot of money on the line here. Isn't
There is, and it's the Premier League and the curling club, and you'd hate to see it end in a
I draw the button.
draw the button.
I mean, I would say 2 misses here from these teams right off the bat. I mean, the center guard's not really on the center line, and the corner guard's pretty high. So,
Wow.
this is. I think a play's got to go to the center right away. I don't think you can use that corner guard very well.
No, it's too high.
I would agree. This one
That's
doesn't
pretty-
look close
that's
at all
pretty tight,
either. Yeah.
too. No, is he playing a double center?
My first thought that he was coming around, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Ryan's been happy with the way he's been throwing the rock tonight.
No, I agree with you. I think he might have a couple of rocks that are not matched, and he's as a regular skip. He's not used to dealing with
Some mixed match.
mismatch. Yeah, like Leeds, God love them, they've learned to deal with that because
They're the guinea
They
pigs.
get past the ugly ones, but as a skip, he's never had to deal with it, and that may be what we're seeing here now.
I think you could be right. Excuse me.
Well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm a little surprised he's going around the corner guard, to be honest with you. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to throw it, just well to use it. That's the way I kind of yell at my skip sometimes. You know, you throw the dang thing, you just well to use it.
I don't disagree with you.
There's a lot of hate on the corner guard sometimes. You know, a lot of people don't understand, the purpose of them. You know, you come off the ice and they're, why are you throwing corner guards and blah, blah, blah. But, pretty good one there from Sporty.
Yeah.
And that's why you throw them. Now, you might.
You're right. That's the purpose. Drag the play away from the middle.
Make your scoring a lot bigger.
Right on. Make the scoring area bigger.
I think you're Nathan. You got going all in here. You got to.
He may go around the middle.
You might have Saya. I think you go right around the middle. I mean, yeah, you'd like to just steal here and end this. I don't even think forcing is. I mean, sure, if you force take hammer an extra end, you're feeling comfortable. But if you could end this right now, it'd be
With
nice.
the 5 rock rule, he's not in position to take the corner guard off right now.
No, and I think you make one around the center here. I mean, the double peel is pretty juicy, but nothing's made till it's thrown.
No, agreed. I like the play, to be honest with you. You try to win.
It's just tight for a line, though. It'd be a miracle if they get this by the guard.
I find it interesting that he'd go that way.
Yeah, the curlier side, harder with the corner guard, but I mean that just pretty well chokes it off.
It does.
Yeah.
No.
It's hard for Mark because you can't really come around the center yet.
No, he can't. But going around the corner, like, you don't need three,
Oh.
so you're wasting one. He may take the two blue guards off. We'll see.
Yeah. A team discussion here on for Alex Smith on what they're gonna do, and I think you're Alex. I mean, you you hate to come around the center guard this early, but you almost have no choice. Not been too many rocks out this wide and in a couple ends here, so say probably a bit of a guess here from Mark Healy, but sure it'll be pretty close.
This is a shot I thought maybe Nick they would have played 2 shots ago. No,
Yeah.
a lot deeper than he wants to be. That's
No, this is not
not good.
I don't think I'd sweep it through, but
That's not good.
oh, it's dug in pretty good there at the end.
I think Nathan's all in here now.
Yeah, I mean your steal opportunity is pretty good to be honest with you.
It
I mean,
is. You got the center clogged up. Get there first.
they're sweeping this one pretty early out of his hand.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit light. This is the straighter side too, so the rocks will carry a little more.
Yeah, the line wasn't close, was it?
I think it's probably because they killed it so much for the weight, they had no other choice. To be honest with you, sometimes that's the killer when you're throwing draws like that on straight ice. Well, I wouldn't even say straight ice, straight spots.
Straighter spots, yeah.
Yeah, because it's definitely not straight ice tonight. Lots of curl.
You know, if Nosery can hit this on the nose, it's going to take that.
It's gonna take 2 shots to get in there, anyways.
Yes.
Getting to crunch time now, and seconds last. 8 rocks to come each after this one. This is one team I would have been interested to see play in the actual tanker this year. It's unfortunate that they didn't play.
Yeah, agreed.
They've had a extremely good season in Super League. I mean, made a ton of shots tonight, and another one like that, Mark Healy's.
That's real good. That's real good.
He's been pretty sharp.
He's an athlete. Mark
yeah.
he plays multiple sports. He's Newfoundland Baseball Hall of Fame catcher, and he's built like a catcher. He's like a fire hydrant. He's just a wonderful athlete, and he's taken to this game like second nature. He's a good athlete.
Also, he has a Canadian Championship banner sitting in this club.
He does so.
With the guy going to the big show this week, Andrew Simmons.
With Andrew Simmons, that's right.
So, very experienced curler with a lot of success, anyways.
You're going to have one of those banners here soon.
I can't wait for it to get here, to be honest
I
with
don't
you.
know when it's coming, but yeah, Canadian champion is pretty cool.
Hopefully it doesn't get stuck in the corner somewhere.
Oh,
Hopefully gets out there in the front somewhere, but
Oh no,
it'll be here for the rest of the curling club's life. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see every time we come.
absolutely. Never been done before,
We got a couple more years left in junior. Hopefully we
I
can
think so.
snag another
You're
one.
not done yet. Nathan's all in here, I think. He just doesn't know how to get in there on the outturn side because it's probably,
Yeah.
as you said, a little bit straighter.
It is a little straighter on that side, and there's no room to draw. There's you can't fit a rock in there
No.
unless you go over and get one of them little five sand pounders and
Yeah, that's
try
right.
to throw it down the ice. But
Yeah, those half rocks.
yeah, it ain't.
It was a good shot by Mark. Mark Healy. He took away that outturn draw.
He took away everything.
Nathan's just trying to figure out how do we. That
What?
might be his best option at the moment.
Tap back, yeah.
Shove it back to the back of the 8 foot.
Well, folks, I hope this one doesn't go an extra end. It's been a long night so
It's
far.
a long game.
It's been over 2 hours and 15 minutes here. We're not even through the eighth end yet.
That's right.
I think at this point, I think that's the call that they've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. Just well go down,
Yeah, go do it.
go down there and throw it.
I would have had it thrown and missed by now. I think this is the right call.
This gives you the best chance, I think.
It gives you options. Yeah,
Because you can miss this a couple ways and still give yourself,
options.
Yeah.
A chance. Yeah. Right now, that outturn side is gone. If you can remove the yellow on the nose, would be great if you can get there.
I think right in the nose is perfect.
Would be great if you can get there.
Forces him to probably talk for another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sam Faults, first one here in the eighth end. Looks like a ton of weight. It's got pretty decent line though. It's got to curl up a little more.
It's gonna bounce in the open, I think. But
Now that's like I said, there's a few way to miss that,
Yep, that's
and
fine.
that's a pretty good way to miss
that's
it.
fine.
I mean, Mark's got to basically put that back almost in the same spot.
Yep.
Even a little bit higher would be better.
Now, Nick, can you throw the outturn down the center line and rub off the yellow? Is that there?
I don't think so. I mean, I
Mark probably doesn't think so because
I think that's probably a Hail Mary, but it's one of those shots where it depends on how much curls on the
if
ice.
you have to.
Yeah, and you don't really know from sitting in here how much curl the ice really
No,
has. To be
that's true.
honest.
There seems to be more curl from outside in than inside out.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Never know.
The line looks really good here. I don't know what the weight's like, but
Maybe a little deeper than they wanted. It's got to stay above the T line here. In trouble. Oh,
it's good and it's bad.
a little broom time there from Mark. Not very happy with that one. It's one of those things now. I mean,
Yeah, it's good and bad. It's
to outdraw that is on its own is a very difficult
nearly
shot,
impossible. Yeah.
especially with the way everyone throws it. But maybe
That stops 2 feet short of that. It's
probably
real good.
Yeah, it's probably close to game over. But if this is made now, Mark's gonna be
That might be a game.
he's gonna be chasing. Yeah. I expect this to be extremely close.
I'll be surprised if it's not.
really going hard on this one. I mean, the line is absolutely perfect.
Line looks real good.
Anything, they got a bit of room here. Oh, it's just not going to curl up enough. The weight was absolutely perfect. Oh my.
It just didn't curl, yeah? Not like...
Same thing happened on
Interesting.
in the sixth in on one of the rocks. They just had to sweep it so much for weight.
Yeah, that they took the curl out of it.
Lost the line. I mean, they're just too strong.
And they had no choice. They had to get it there.
No. I mean, it's still a pretty decent shot. And Mark's he's almost got to follow it back down himself now and make a good one.
Well, I think you'd love to just bump that 2 inches.
And roll towards the center line.
Take the freeze off.
I'd say that would be
ideal.
Nathan's probably planning to run back at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what he's trying here, to be honest. He's coming through the hole, maybe.
I guess he's coming through the hole.
He must not think there's enough curl in the ice to make the shot he be best.
Well, and yeah, maybe you're right. No, that was perfect weight that Sam threw. Was just
Never had the line in.
never had line, yeah.
Now this is a shot that Mark knows where he makes a lot.
He makes a pile of these. He's been making them for a long time.
Fortunately,
Now, I don't know if we jinxed him or not, but he has made a lot of these for a long time.
fortunately for me, I haven't been on the receiving end of too many of these. But
I have,
yeah,
unfortunately.
it's a great line out of his hand here. It must be going for weight because the line is absolutely perfect. Must be just a little bit light. Well, I think we did jinx him, Glenn. It was more of a weight.
That's not a bad miss, though.
Weight than a line thing, though. So it's going to be tough to get in there for his second point almost now. Nathan maybe line up this little in-off to...
That's true. It's gonna
That's not
tough for
there.
the second point.
I don't really know what you do, to be honest. If you're Nathan Young, you could throw a guard.
He's got nothing off his own on our 9 o'clock.
I don't think so, no.
You could throw it hard enough. I could. You could.
They're pretty level. I don't know. I think you could hit and roll over with a bullet weight, but I don't know if the rock's going to go anywhere.
So Nathan's job now is to figure out how to keep him to just one.
I think you throw a guard. I like this call. I mean, right now, the only shot Mark knows where he has to get two is to angle raise that one guard from Sporty's first rock at the end. So I think you'd be okay with that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that was a... It's funny. Well, funny is not the right word, but Mark's weight. I think you're right. On Nosery's last rock, his line was probably good, but he was 6 feet, 8 feet short of where he was trying to go.
Not the way I thought he would have missed it.
No, me neither.
Game is full of surprises. It's probably also the center line, too, getting a little
And it could be getting, a
little mushy.
muddy.
This looks about as good as it can get here. Maybe a little bit more weight than they wanted. Maybe they're playing for the chisel. Oh, this would not be... Oh, no.
Oh, did he line it up?
I think that's about the most unlucky shot he could have.
Word. A nose hit wins the game, doesn't it?
2 rocks to come still. 2 rocks to come.
Oh, 2 rocks to come.
But if you make this as almost... I would
Right,
say...
I keep thinking Marcus owned the last two, but
Yeah.
he's not.
This is Alex's first. I think it's lined up. Yeah, I don't think you throw weight at it. I think it's still
Just to move it on the 8 foot.
I think the best shot would be to just tap it to freeze to sit 2.
I'm thinking you could throw back line,
Yeah.
and you could bring the one that's at 3 o'clock.
You could make this a sit 4 right now. That's the thing, and that would be.
But you don't want to throw it that hard that you open up the middle either.
No, that would be also be. It's hard to tell from this angle if the rocks are touching or not, if the drag effect's really in play.
Yeah,
but
right. Yeah, agreed.
I think you're playing some sort of shot on those two rocks, anyways.
I think God just gave you a chance. I think you take it.
It's just what kind of weight you throw. I mean, a hack weight, a board weight.
Yeah, and I don't think you throw any harder than that. to be
No,
honest with you.
absolutely
You
not.
don't want to start moving too many things around in front.
And if you ever hit it the wrong way, you don't want to throw a ton of weight to mess things up.
Right. And mess it up. Agreed.
That's where I think my only concern would be is with the weight choice. You know,
I think a little hack weight, board weight on the nose
well, from
will get rid of that blue rock, and it'll
Yeah.
change the alignment of the two rocks in front of the rings.
Mark's dusting of the path, I think they're trying to move the blue rock.
I think they're trying to move it, yeah. I think he'd like to move it on the 8-foot.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Alex Smith's first in the 8th end.
Well, we've got a good game, Nick, for a quarterfinal of the Super League. It's been fun.
I don't think it could get much better than this, to be honest.
No.
Yeah. It's a lot more weight than I was anticipating,
More
though.
than I would have thought.
But let me tell you, that's a great curling shot if I ever seen one. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, Nathan's got to make a 12-foot tap back, 10-foot tap back against the law, so he might even throw weight at this and try to make the run double.
He
Just sit buried behind that blue like Sam just, called with his broom. I mean, whatever you're throwing out, it's got to be pin perfect, so.
could he come in off his own at 9 o'clock? That's too flat, maybe.
It's too flat. You'd have to throw a 5 seconds probably.
Yeah.
I think that'd be your last option, but I like this call that they're hooking up here.
Well, whatever he plays, you want to make it. Yes, you want to make it, but you want to make it to the point where the other guy doesn't have the same shot back.
Yeah, I think the best shot, honestly, would be to make that run double that sits right behind your blue, and then you also have a guard up there.
Right.
And
agreed.
so your shot rock, and Mark's got to throw the wide out turn
Right.
for one.
For one, if
If he
that's
makes
even
it.
there.
Yeah. But even if you just nutted on the one in the back four for that shot rock, I mean, at that point, I almost think the game is over.
Well, if you nut it, where does your shooter go?
Your shooter's just gonna. It's probably just gonna stick. I mean, an inch off the center line, so Mark might have a port.
So yeah,
But if not, I mean, Mark's.
you're right on the nose. You make both
Yeah.
the yellows, don't you?
I think you would. Yep.
And there's no port.
Yeah. My only worry about would be, I wouldn't even say worry. The only shot Mark would have is the run back on the blue for 3, whatever it is. But
Yeah, but it's blue on blue,
yeah, that's the thing. You're throwing a blue rock back.
and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's an option. Come in off the outside one.
I think that's plan Z.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could throw. I wouldn't even be looking at it because I can't throw it that hard.
Yeah.
But these guys can.
I like this with a 9.5. You don't got to whip it or anything. I mean, the ice
Yeah.
he's given is not a whole lot. I mean, it also is a straighter side too. He's given the ice, so that
and
brings your sweepers into play too. You just don't want
Shots
to
like
overcook
this,
it.
Nick, it's not really about how hard you hit it. It's about where you hit it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Well, Super League season on the line here for Nathan Young as he sits in the hack.
It's a fitting finish.
It's
It's been a real cat and mouse game.
I would say that's board weight. This is a great weight choice, honestly.
I like it.
It looks
You don't wanna
really
leave-
close. They're on and off here.
It's a good sign. Usually,
Oh, they gotta go.
that's a good one.
Great shot, but I think there's gonna be a hole there for Mark to get rid of it.
Oh, you think?
I think so. I mean, it's an excellent curling shot, but did you see Nathan's reaction there? Is just he
Holy
knows that
moly.
there's a port.
Maybe you turn the rock up on his side and roll it down there.
I
Boy, that's not a big hole, but it's bigger than a rock, isn't it?
it's definitely makeable, and I just overcurl a little bit. That was so close. But it's either gonna be for the win or it's a loss.
That's right,
There's
yeah.
no extra end at this point. It'll be for the winner for the loss. So. Well, it's been an excellent game.
It has been a great game,
Coming down to the last rock.
as you called
Yeah.
2.5 hours ago.
Almost more.
Does he make it?
I think it's gonna be close. I think he makes it more times than not. Alex is very good under pressure, and I think you're about to see it right
Yeah,
here.
he's a good player.
This is the curly side. Oh, they're out of it right on his hand. This is.
And if it's the curly side, that's
Oh,
tough.
I think he's already on the guard. Wow.
Yeah.
My, oh, my. Well, folks, Nathan Young.
Never saw that coming. Well
That
done.
was-
After 8 ends, Nathan Young steals the win. Goes into the semifinal against Greg Smith,
Greg Smith,
and the winner goes on to play Andrew Simmons,
our provincial champion, Andrew Simmons.
provincial champ. Thanks, everybody. It's been a wonderful evening. Myself and Nick Codner have had fun, I believe, Nick.
That was a great time.
All right. Take care, guys.